everyone, and welcome back to Uma Musume Season 2, Episode 1. I've heard good things about Season 2, so I'm really excited to jump into this. In fact, I feel like a lot of people say this is sort of where they really liked the show. Like, this is when it hit them that they really liked the show. I really loved Season 1. I thought Season 1 was excellent. It got me very emotional, as you can see on these videos. But it also, like, sort of hit a bunch of types of storylines that tend to get me very emotionally invested. So I'm curious to see, like, now that we're probably moving past Special Week, onto different characters, I wonder, am I still gonna be, you know, is it still gonna hit me in that same way? Like, I'm probably still gonna like it, or at least, or love it, these episodes, but it's about, like, is it also gonna hit that emotional core? Because sometimes I can like something more, but still not feel as emotionally attached to it, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a thing about whenever you have, like, I hesitate to call it an anthology series, but whenever you have series that, like, change protagonists or do different stories or whatever, every time I get into a new one, I'm always worried, like, is it gonna be, am I gonna be able to get as attached as I did to the previous one? But I'm doing it with open arms. And also, I clicked on Season 2, Episode 1. I saw the episode did have the title of Takai Teio. So is Teio gonna be the protagonist for this season? As I said, I don't know I don't really know much about these future seasons. So there are 3 seasons in total so far of Pretty Derby, right? And then there's Cinderella Grey or whatever. And I think Cinderella Grey is Ogre Cap, I think. And I believe one of these seasons, so I'm guessing Season 3 is probably Kita-san Black, because she's the banner on Crunchyroll of this show, and I just thought they'd put the protagonist on the banner, so I'm guessing she's the protagonist of Season 3. So Season 2 is Teio? Which is interesting, because Teio was in Season 1 already, so it's not like we're going to a completely new set of characters. Like, is it still gonna be following the same group of characters, but just this time with more of a focus on Teio? But are we still going to have Special Week and Suzuka doing, you know, their own thing? I imagine it's not going to take place at the same time. Like, I imagine we're not just rewatching all these events, but this time from Teio's perspective and what her races are, because I feel like that would take away from some of the interesting things happening. I like Teio. I quite like Teio. I think, yeah, she's up there in probably the top half of the characters in this show in terms of my enjoyment of them. So I feel like I'm gonna like this season. And she seems like she'd make a good protagonist, I guess. Maybe. I like, the thing is, I keep thinking of it like which career am I thinking of in the game where Teio is, like, the villain of that career? Is it Nice Nature's career? What am I thinking of? Yeah, it's Nice Nature's career, because so this is why it's interesting to me. Like, I'm gonna be trying to see Teio as a protagonist, but it's honestly so difficult for me to see Teio as the primary protagonist, because Nice Nature's career is one of my favorites in the game. And I've played a lot of Nice Nature careers, and sometimes I even rewatch scenes from her career as well, because I really like it. And so, like, I'm used to seeing Teio as, like, the one to beat, as, like, the antagonist. So this is going to be interesting for me. It's going to be hard for me to separate, like, the Teio villain that I know from the Teio protagonist that we're about to get into. But let's jump into it and see. This is Uma Musume Season 2, Episode 1. Make sure to support the video if you can. Go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction and early access. Episode 2 of Season 2 is on there right now. But please support these videos. My Uma Musume videos tend to have some really nice comments on them, so keep those coming, please, especially as we head into Season 2 right now. I would love to see your support on these videos. But let's jump into this. Season 2, Episode 1 of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Here we go. Another another lore intro. Is there no OP today? I was excited to see what the new OP would be. Well, maybe there will be. I just saw there was a bit of credits, but maybe not. Maybe there still will be the OP. Okay, here we go. Rudolph? Are we watching a Rudolph race? And Teio's gonna get inspired by it? Looks like it. Aww. I love the anime shining eyes. That's awesome. There's no OP today. I see the credits over this. Oh. That's very cute. I didn't know there was this much of an age difference between Rudolph and Teio. Aww. This is so cute. Okay. Cute intro. I'm getting attached. The humming is great. Most popular? Nice. She's not letting it go to her head because she's barely listening to the report about how great she is. Who's her roommate? Roommate's Top Gun? Mayano's my favorite character. I didn't know she was roommates with Teio. Whoa, don't keep her up with your humming, bitch. Mayano needs to sleep. She needs to prepare for the Leo Cup for me. Aww. Does Tasuna really just stand outside the front of the school and greet everyone as they come in? She's probably happy to do it. Special week! I love the carrot in the mouth. Where'd she get a fucking segue? And she was the only one who said good morning in English. You're running late. I mean, she was like 20 seconds later than you, motherfuckers. I like how it's introducing the characters like this. This is so cool, like seeing in the background the characters coming in with their names. Aww, all the little horse girls. It's cute seeing them teach the kids. Head to the cafeteria immediately. That's such a good joke. Oh, it's Kita-san and Satuno, right? I was just thinking, I saw the event story of them as kids. Hishi Akabono! I love Akabono. I'm saving my carrots to pull for her. And Helios. Oh, this is a great start to the season. Yes, I'm glad they're translating it as, you know, Zuma talk. Aww. Aww. This is so cute. Oh yeah, that's right. These two look up to different people. That was part of the event story I read. Yeah, you're having memories. Stats are good, but so are fortunes. Machikane Fuku Kitaru.
友達が可愛くてすっごく楽しかったです。
Oh, Suzuka's in America. So we're not gonna get Suzuka this season, maybe?
任せてよね。私もアメリカから応援してる。
Oh, okay, we're getting a bit of Suzuka on the phone. I like how even Suzuka hung up the phone as soon as he started talking. Feels like there's a little bit more 3D in this season. Just a little bit. Like that's 3D, and now it's 2D. Yeah, I was gonna say. No.
シンボリルドルフさんみたいな強くてかっこいい馬娘になります。その2つ目のダービーは絶対勝つからね。
Okay. She's gonna lose. She's gonna lose. It's too long a season. She can't just be undefeated the whole time. I mean, maybe she can, but yeah, like this is all 3D. And I mean, didn't look great there. Ah, that's good. They're pushing each other. Nice nature. And of course, Ogre Cap in the background. She finished her meal. Oh, twin turbo. Ogre Cap brought more food. They're so good with the background Ogre Cap jokes. Like that was like 2 frames of her coming back with another full dish. I like getting a little more nice nature in the show. As I said, she's one of my favorite characters. I think she's my second favorite character behind Mayano. Man, her hair's the same color as her ears. What if the hairdresser cut off her ears? Aww. Special week's #1 horse girl in Japan, Wish. I know. No, give me more. Okay, hang on. They haven't cut away. Oh my god, that's the all Mayano Top Gun we're getting this episode. Give me more. What did she just gasp at? She didn't cut off someone's ear, did she? I think she probably just cut off too much hair. Aww. If Kita is the season 3 protagonist, this is a good setup for that, you know? You see her being inspired by Teio, and then you see her season. Oh, she's gonna lose this first episode. Oh, she's gonna lose. I'm so scared. Rio Natal? Maybe not. Maybe she won't lose. Oh, we're just facing a bunch of scrubs? If we're facing a bunch of like random horses, then I don't know. I feel like she'll win. But she will lose in this season. She has to. Oh, she fixed it. There's some good visual gags in this show consistently. A Rubik's Cube, baby. Who would have a Rubik's Cube? Okay. Let's see. Let's see how she does. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna start with a win to show Teio being awesome in the first episode. True. I mean, she's lucky. Oh, interesting. She's lucky to have a, you know, body like she does. Like they're talking about her ankles and stuff. That's gotta be partly genetic. Yeah, you're listening to the best horse girl in Japan right now. Make your move. Go! Let's see, let's see. I actually don't know what's gonna happen. It could go either way. They're doing the Moody again. She's doing the Rubik's Cube faster. Oh, okay, so she's owning. Nice. Good shit. Aww. So she just needs one more crown, right? One. Oh, Suzuka. One more undefeated crown. Teio! Teio! Aw, did the same pose that Rudolph did. Smart. Yep. That's what I'm worried about. What? Is your ankle a little tweaked? Why are you looking at your foot? Oh no. Are we gonna see a concert? Holy shit! This is a cool song. I thought it'd be a more inspiring one, but it's just dope. What? They're looking at her ankle. They notice something wrong with it. Oh, this song. I know this song. It sounds like a Roselia song. Not Teio's voice, but the rest of the song does. That was a great first episode. I feel like I apologize if I was talking throughout the whole episode, like if it seems like I wasn't paying attention, but that I was talking over stuff that was happening, but and you know, I often talk a decent amount during these things, but this show is so fast paced that I have something to say every 3 seconds. Like there's something to point out, something to laugh at, something to comment on. There's so many characters, there's so many jokes happening in the background or in the foreground, or there's a joke happening in the foreground while a joke's happening in the background, and I'm just trying to keep up with as much of it as I possibly can while also taking in the story and the character stuff and everything. And I mean, I don't feel like I was lost or missed anything major, but there was just but I do feel like I was saying a lot in this video. Yeah, just a great introduction to it. I'm attached enough now because I did feel like butterflies when Teio was starting up this race. And like the only comfort I had was when they started introducing the lineup and they were like, here's the second favorite to win, some random girl I've never heard of. Here's the third favorite to win, some random girl I've never heard of. So, because I was like, if there's gonna be a scene of her losing to someone, I feel like she's not gonna lose to an unnamed horse. So, so I was like, okay, so she's gonna win this crown, but the third crown, I think she's gonna lose it. Just from a story perspective, if we're starting with her already seemingly 1 win into it, right? We like at the start of this episode, she was 1 win into it. She was undefeated, and like the whole episode, she's talking about like, I'm gonna do it like you, Rudolph. I'm gonna be like you and get the Triple Crown undefeated. Like that's what I want to follow in your footsteps. I feel like they have to be setting that up for disappointment, you know? Like, I don't know. It felt like that to me. But it could just be she, like, face it. But it's the undefeated thing. Like, it's one thing to say, like, I'm gonna win, you know, I'm gonna win this major race. That's one thing. But to say, like, I'm gonna win this major race and I'm never gonna lose up until that point. Like, that's another thing that I feel like it's really difficult in a 12 episode season or however long it will be, to achieve. And, like, not only to achieve, but to achieve and still have the story be interesting, you know? Like, if she, I mean, I'm not gonna say an undefeated season would not be interesting. I definitely won't say that. I can absolutely see you giving her an undefeated season, but still making it gripping as fuck. You know, like there are definitely ways to do it, but it's much harder than if you do a season where the character loses a few times and they have to suffer through that and we have to see them pick themselves up. Because I feel like she's gonna have to invent a new, like the season might be her coming to terms with, I'm not Rudolph, you know, and that's like, and that's fine. That's just how it is sometimes, you know. I have to forge my own legacy, because what I liked about Rudolph was how, you know, cool she was, but how unique she was as well. Like, there was no other Uma Musume who was like her. And so if I am just following in her footsteps, no one can say that about me. They can't be like, oh, there was no one like her, because there was Rudolph. So it could be about her learning to forge her own legacy, not following in Rudolph's footsteps. Instead, just using Rudolph as inspiration for her, you know. But yeah, I'm not sure. We're only 1 episode into it, so I'm not gonna guess her entire character arc right now. Still, it was really cool. And I just liked, I mean, I like these initial episodes as well, where it's sort of just like a fun little, like, oh, there's that character, and there's that character, and there's that character moment, you know? Because, like, I find it very fun, especially how much I like playing the game. I like so many of these characters, so I do enjoy just like looking for my favorite characters. Teio is Mayano's roommate, which is so exciting to me. I didn't realize that. I'm sure I knew it at some point that they were roommates, but I definitely forgot it, because in this episode, like, I did see there was someone in the bed and I was like, I think that was orange hair, but I didn't let myself believe it until she actually said, like, see ya, Mayano, or whatever, you know? And yeah, I've said it many times in this, in these reactions so far, but Mayano Top Gun is my favorite character. And she's fucking dope. I have a figure of her, right? I certainly do. She's the only character in Uma Musume currently that I have a figure of. So that should show you that I love this character. I like that. I'm just so excited. I know she's probably not gonna have a big role in this season. I mean, she had one line in this episode, and it was her taking a picture of Teio and going, I'm gonna put that on Instagram, or however they name it, Umagram, or I don't know, whatever. So, like, you know, I feel like she's gonna be typecast in the episode as in the season as, like, she's the, you know, the trendy social media girl in, like, that's her roommate or whatever. So she's just gonna make a few little jokes or whatever, and then we won't see her again. But that's fine. It's okay. Like, I mean, I don't necessarily love Mayano because I think she's the most complex character in the series or whatever. That's actually kind of why I like Nice Nature. I think Nice Nature is a very complex character, and I really enjoyed her campaign for sort of the character work of it, you know? I think King Halo is a very complex character. And And you know, there are several others that I think like I like those characters because of their stories. I just love Mayono's design, and I think she's cute, and I think she's funny. Like that's kind of the extent of it. But I just can't help but root for her, you know. So yeah, I wanted to gush about her for a little bit of the discussion because yeah, I love that character. I'm currently training for the Leo Cup right now in Uma Musume. Because in the Cancer Cup I did so fucking badly. It was a disaster. It was so embarrassing. And because I'm not great with the meta of the game, so instead I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually like train for the next cup and like try. You know, I don't think I'm gonna win. I don't think like I may not even come second, but I just want to be able to see if I can like put up a bit more of a fight than I did before, you know, because I really put up no fight in the Cancer Cup and it was embarrassing. So I at least want to put up a bit of a fight and like give myself some hope that I could win, you know. So I'm currently training my team and it's coming along pretty well, I feel like. And Mayano is my ace. So my wedding Mayano specifically is my ace. So wish me luck, please. Anyway, speaking of things related to the game, Hishiaka Bono was in this episode for about 2 seconds. And that was exciting to me because I like that character as well. And I'm currently saving my carrots for her because I know she's around the corner. At the time I'm recording this video, she hasn't come out yet, but she's around the corner. I think she still probably won't be out yet when this video goes up, but in a couple weeks she probably is. And I've been saving my carrots for her just because I like her, because she's cute and tall, and that's it. I like the gimmick of her being very tall, and I like that she's adorable, and she's good friends with Mayano as well, which I think helps me like her more. And so I kind of hope we'll see a bit of her in this season as well. I just want to see my favorites, you know. I'm just setting my expectations for the season. And I'm saying, like, I don't think we're going to see many of these characters, but, like, Mayano Top Gun, Hishiaka Bono, and Nice Nature were all in this episode, and all had, like, a line at least in this episode, and they're some of my favorite Umas. So I've got high hopes. Something that was a definite change from this episode to the previous season was the use of 3D. I think there was a bit of 3D last season. There was a lot of 3D in this episode. I'm not someone who's against 3D. I actually am quite for 3D. I think 3D has made a lot of shows better to me. But the thing is, it tends to be when a show first uses 3D, there's a bit of a teething period, right? So I'm wondering, I think we're in that stage, because there was some 3D in this episode that looked alright and blended fine, but a decent amount of it during the main races did seem to struggle a little bit to keep up the quality. So I wonder if that's going to be a consistent thing, or if it's like they still need to, you know, they still need time to figure it out, you know? Because I've heard later in this, either later in this show, or, I mean, definitely in Cinderella Grey or whatever, I've heard good things about the animation, right? That there's some really nice, like, animation moments. I don't know if Pretty Derby reaches those sorts of standards of, like, really good animation at any point. I don't think the animation for this show has been bad most of the time. I think season 1 had some moments that served it well, you know, like that seemed to work quite nicely. But yeah, it does seem like they're transitioning to 3D during the races, and during a lot of the walking scenes and stuff, which does make sense. I feel like it's hard to do those sorts of action. I was actually surprised how much 2D there was in the first season, because it tends to be kind of difficult to do that. It might have been a decision of the production committee or whatever, that they're like, this 2D shit for all the races is too expensive. Let's change it to 3D. So I'm just hoping for a little bit of an increase on the quality of the 3D during those races, because it was a little bit clunky in this episode. But I'm just looking at my notes again. Oh yeah, and if Kita-san Black and maybe Satano Diamond, if they are the protagonists of season 3, and I just kind of thought it could actually be their dual protagonists in season 3. I remember seeing Kita-san Black as a banner. Maybe Satano Diamond was also there. But if they are the protagonists for season 3, then this is a cool way to introduce them. I mean, even if they're just like big characters in season 3, this is a cool way to introduce them into the series. You introduce them as kids looking up to Teio. Like that's fun. That's a really cool idea, because then we're gonna be able to see them sort of grow up a little bit, and then next season they're like, you know, fully the underdogs, but we've already got an attachment to them. I think that's a fun idea, and it's cool to see. Like, I imagine they planned that ahead, you know? You wouldn't have bothered introducing them and naming them in this, and like, you know, having the rights to Kita-san Black and Satano Diamond, if you weren't planning to make them into their proper versions later. So I imagine they knew if they did a season 3 that they would be protagonists. If that is the case, I'm still just going off of one banner I saw. So I think that's like well planned. Very good. Anyway, I'm fucking exhausted. Before I recorded this, I recorded a One Piece video that had me screaming a lot in it. So my throat, my voice is exhausted today. So I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thank you for joining me for season 2, episode 1 of Uma Musume. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. You can get next week's episode of Uma Musume on there right now. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.